Hi, I'm Mark, and welcome to this video on multi-item hopper clocks, or, as they're otherwise known, Ethonian hopper clocks. I don't know where Ethonian comes from, but Ethonian hopper clocks. But anyhow, what you see in front of you is indeed a multi-item hopper clock. Now, I did some research on these and found about 5 different designs, and each one was more complicated than the last. But this is by far the simplest one, the cheapest one, and the easiest to understand. So let's take a look at it. Now, clocks are designed to turn a redstone signal on and off repeatedly. And that's exactly what this one is doing. If I were to put some redstone here, you can see it going on and off repeatedly. And I could put a light there, and now we have a blinking light. And that's about all there is to a clock, is that on and off signal. Let me show you what's happening here, though. If we look at these two hoppers, they are passing some items back and forth. In this case, some seeds and a grass block. And as those items are passed back and forth, they produce a redstone signal. So when there's stuff in this one, it makes a redstone signal through this comparator, through this block, through this dot of redstone dust, and then that triggers this piston. Now the piston pushes this redstone block, and as it does, it turns off the other hopper. So that hopper can only give up the items that it's got in it. So it has to give them up to this one. When they're all gone, the block goes back, and then this one can only give up its items. And as this goes back and forth, it's a give and take. And as you can see, it's set up the exact same way on the opposite side. Now, what's really neat about this particular clock is you can change the period on it. Let's say I grab something here, take it out. Now look at how fast it's going. Okay, by taking an item out, I sped it up. Let's grab a seed here. Oh, got 2 of them. Let's put 1 back in. Now you can see it really sped up, but it works the other way too. Let's say I wanted to put in 62 seeds. It's still working. It's just going to take a long time for it to trigger and go the other way. Now, this is really cool because you can run this clock from 8 ticks all the way up to 256 seconds. Now, in this case, it's probably just about done, so let's watch it for a second here. There we go. And now the items will start going the opposite way. Make sense? So let's take a look at how this is put together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build one right over here, which is pretty simple because I got one right there to copy. The first thing you do is you lay down these yellow blocks, or it could be any block really, but I like the yellow wool because it looks pretty. 4 spaces in between. Then you can lay down your redstone comparator, and you want to point these towards the blocks, just like that. And that way they can sense if something is in the hoppers. Now the hoppers go down like this. That one you can just put anyway. This one you want to shift click so it ends up pointed towards the other hopper. See how that's pointed there? Now you have to remove this one and do the same thing on this side. Shift click. And there you go. Now if you notice, they're connected together and they'll pass those items back and forth. Now if we go over here, we can put our little redstone dots here. Now you'll see why I put these in first in just a second here. Now if I go to the very side of this redstone dot, my pistons will be oriented correctly. Makes things just a lot easier. And then I put in the redstone block. And did you notice what happened? It's done. That's it. That's all there is to one of these. So let's grab some items here and we'll test it out. I'll throw 11 seeds in there, and let's see what happens. Should trigger shortly. There it goes. Should trigger shortly. There it goes. And that's all there is to it. There you have it, an Ethonian hopper clock, or otherwise known as a multi-item hopper clock. Now, if you like this video, please leave a like or share it, or leave a comment, or best of all, subscribe. If you didn't like this video, keep it to yourself. Thanks for watching.